What is up, everyone? Hope everybody's doing great on a Sunday night. I'm going to do a little live stream chat and glad you guys have joined in with us tonight. Let's put up our chat code. All right, Charlie Tucker's in the house. What's up, Joe in Memphis? Glad to have you. We're going to be talking about a couple of things. What's up, Mandy's Candies? LC Hunt, what's up, buddy? Glad to have you in. So we're gonna wait a couple of minutes to let everybody sort of get in here, and hope everybody's had a great weekend and you've been able to get out and maybe do some detecting. I got a chance to go out yesterday. I was real excited about the spot that I got, so I can't wait to show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all a little video clip from it in a few minutes. Yeah, hey Joe. Yeah, we're glad. I'm glad I could accommodate you. So we're slowly. We got 51 people in here, which is great. Where's everybody from? Let's just do a couple of shout outs. Dave Lance, all right, from Canada. Glad to have you on board, Dave. Appreciate it. Surfside Dan's in the house. Glad to have you on, Surfside Dan. Wisco Detect, what's up, buddy? Yes, I can. Let me see if I can. Let's see if we can do it through here. And let's see here. Let's go to tech. You are going to be added as a moderator. How about that, Wisco? I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you. Good. Good afternoon or good evening, everybody. Some of y'all might be the afternoon. Make it work. Glad to have you on board. Bill's Adventures. Glad you're here. Ricky Bennett, Ackworth, Georgia. Remember you, Ricky. Rick Hartwick. Thank you. Todd Windley. Appreciate it from Iowa. Eastern North Carolina, Jay Hopkins. I'm going to be headed up to your neck of the woods coming up real soon for dig stock. So I'm excited about going up to the upper part of North Carolina. Columbus, Ohio. All right, Steve. Random Faucet from Arizona, sunny Arizona. What's the weather like there, Randon? I'm curious as to the way it is right now in February. Wendell Seigers, is that right? Seegers? Howdy. Glad to have you on board from Facebook. Appreciate it. That other guy's live streams have to be over by the time the street lights come on. That's true. That's true. Dennis Minch from Southern California, glad to have you on board. We're going to do a lot of talking. Hey, Michael, glad to have you here. We're going to talk about a couple of things tonight. I hope you guys will find it interesting. It looks like we got 50 people on board, so we're gonna go ahead and dive into some of this. So, good evening, Charlie. So new detectors have been released over the last, really over the last 2 or 3 weeks. And I just thought this might be a good time to sort of look at each one of those detectors heading forward. We know that the Minelab X-Terra Pro has been released. And I've been getting a lot of comments about the Quest V80. So I thought we might just look at both of those machines. And then, after that, we might just go into some general talk, talk about fines, talk about machines, talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. But I thought I would start with the X-Terra. And I know a lot of you have probably seen the video that's been circulating on YouTube, but I think I want to show you guys that video just so you can get a look at it. But before we do the video, we're going to flip over to a little article about the X-Terra. And I know some of you have seen it, and we're going to look at some things in that article. So bear with me one second, and we're going to share that screen with you guys. And there we go. So again, the X-Terra is going to be a single frequency machine. And I know some of you, already going, well, why do I want a single frequency machine? I do believe that this machine is geared more towards beginners, the intermediate. Yes. So, yeah, please hit that like button. Thank you, Delco Detecting. And so I believe it's going to be geared more towards the intermediate to beginner metal detectorist out there. So I think that's where the target area or target audience is going to be. And in this article, they show a good bit. You're going to have a selection of three frequencies. You're going to have 5, 10, and 15 are going to be the frequencies that you're going to be able to choose from. So you're going to have those three frequencies. It's also going to have three search modes, and that's going to be park, field, and beach. So those are going to be the main search modes. It is going to be waterproof up to 16 feet, IP68. Again, it's sort of got that Equinox design as far as the housing looks, but it is going to be waterproof up to 16 feet. It does have salt water capability. So you're going to see that. It's light and compact. The weight on this machine is 2.9 pounds. It's going to have 5 audio modes with configuration options, which I don't know what those audio modes are going to be at this point, and we're sort of waiting on that. But here's one thing I found really interesting with this machine is that they're going to have a choice of 3 coils. So you're going to have 3 coils that you can actually pick from. You're going to have an 8-inch, a 10-inch, and a 12-inch coil, which I think is, yeah, Finders Keepers said maybe waterproof. And that, again, we're talking about a machine that's not out there yet. So it remains to be seen how these machines are going to work. It's also going to have the light on it. It's going to have full vibration on the handle. It's got a built-in speaker naturally. They are going with those proprietary headphones, low latency wireless headphones. And if you wanted to buy the waterproof, of course, naturally you could. But another thing that I found interesting too was that I saw on this video, and I'm going to put this video up in just a second, but I saw in this video where it says that the beach mode only goes to 8, or is only available for the 8 kilohertz. So I thought that was sort of strange too. So I don't know. Ergonomically, they say it's designed to be lightweight, feel good, balanced out. The backlit display will be orange for you guys that haven't seen it yet. And again, they're basically advertising it with a 3-year warranty. So again, I believe that this machine is targeting mainly that lower end market. You're looking at a simplex, probably competitor, and I think that's what Minelab's after. Now, a lot of people have said, well, why did they introduce a single frequency detector? Well, I think it just gives them a niche into a market that they maybe haven't been before with this single frequency, and I think that's where it's targeted. Make It Work says maybe Minelab got a deal with the manufacturer to produce so many units. That's why they're all in the same casing, the same layout. It could be. I do not know. I don't talk with Minelab. I'm just showing y'all what I've seen on the internet and what's been being passed around at this point. So, but I thought I wanted to bring that out. Some of you may be looking at a machine. If you want a low end machine, this might be a good option. Of course, you got the Simplex, the Vanquish. All 3 of those machines are really going to be in this same category. Now, price wise, I've been hearing anywhere from, I've heard $300. Might be less, might be more. I do not know. But I'm thinking that's where it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be the $700 price tag that some reported earlier. But I do think it's going to be somewhere in that range. And again, for a single frequency machine, we'll see. So again, Minelab's releasing this machine. I don't know when it's going to be coming out. They don't even have it on their website yet, which I find a little bit unusual. But hopefully soon they'll have it out with a little more details. But 5, 10, and 15 are the 3 frequencies that you can pick from. It does work on the beach, but according to this video, it's saying it only works at 8 kilohertz on the beach. So I don't know. If you're looking for gold, that might be an issue. But we'll see. Like I said, there's a lot to be said about this, and we'll see how this machine works out and so on. So, what do you guys think? What do y'all think about the X-Terra? I'm gonna close this out. What are you guys thinking about the X-Terra so far? Yeah, they all had the same style for sure. That's definitely. So I think again, cheaper machine, mainly geared towards the lower end market. Single frequency, could use it on the beach, waterproof up to 16 feet, and so on. So, um, does anybody else know anything else that I haven't said or I didn't just go over just a few minutes ago with the Xterra Pro? So let's look at the other machine that I'm really intrigued by, and some of you may have seen it. Yeah, yeah, I hope a lot of them will be using it. Machines like this are good for the young, right? Yeah, and again, I think it's geared more towards the lower end of the market, maybe for kids, maybe for somebody just starting out. Those are going to be the people that this machine's targeted to. I think a lot of people, especially the people in this audience, are people that are pretty knowledgeable about metal detectors, and they're pretty hardcore. So again, it's going to be interesting to see how this machine does and how it plays out over time and so on. So yeah, finders keepers is right. They're going to sell some of these. I really do. Again, if you just wanted a metal detector to go out and hunt with, you're only going to be doing it every so often. This might not be a bad machine. It's probably going to be pretty deep. From what I've heard, it's really smooth on the beach. You don't get a lot of chatter, but if you can only hunt in 8 kilohertz, um, a lot of us are after gold, and that 8 kilohertz frequency setting is not going to be the best in the world for finding gold. What kilohertz are necessary in coin hunting? The lower frequencies are better for coin hunting, simply because they're higher conductive targets. So you're going to see lower frequencies for higher conductive targets. Right. Yes, definitely the lower frequencies. Whether North Carolina says somewhere around 12 kilohertz is ideal, and I would agree with that. If you're just going to pick one where you could possibly get gold and silver, then 12. A lot of the older machines, the AT Pro and some of the others, I think we're in that 12, 14, 18 range. I think is what you saw from a lot of those machines. So somewhere in those mid frequencies are usually really good. Five kilohertz is great for silver, and that's why they have a 5 kilohertz setting on there. And if he's exactly right, at $300, I'll probably stick with my Simplex and look towards a Vanquish 440 for a second machine. Yeah, and I have a Vanquish 540 myself, and I like the Vanquish. I think it's a really good machine for a multi-frequency machine at those price points. I think it's a pretty good machine for sure. So yeah, but I wanted to talk a little bit about the Xterra. The other machine that I'm really interested in is the Quest machine, and we're gonna look at that one too, because that one I find to be really interesting, and hopefully they'll have these out real soon, and we're going to be able to see a little more of this machine, what it's capable of. I'm curious, is there anybody on here that has used a Quest machine? And there may be somebody watching from overseas, because I know these are being used quite a lot over in Europe, I believe. But has anybody on here used a Quest machine? What do you think about those machines based on what you guys have seen? Finders keepers, yes, I agree. Finders keepers. I'm real curious. I know if he's curious about the Quest machine too. So I thought I would at least mention it and bring it out, just because it is a new machine. I think they're supposed to be coming out with these machines in March. Um, so yes, is there anybody on here that's actually used a Quest machine? I know they've got a bunch of other machines that are out there. Um, I've never used one personally, so that's why I'm asking. Maybe somebody can give us a little insight to some of those machines if there's anybody that has used one. I'm gonna turn on the chat overlay so we can all see it. So let's look at that Quest machine. If he says I'd love to put one of those through its paces, I would too. I would definitely. I think the new X-Terra Pro will be, this is from Carl FR. I think the new X-Terra Pro will be a good for the money detector, especially that you can at least select frequencies for the type of hunting. Yeah. I mean, it really goes back to, what some of us might have been used to. If you were using a Deus machine, you were, able to, switch frequencies. The old White's V3i, you were able to switch around and move frequencies. Hey, Andrew, how's it going, buddy? Glad to have you on board. But yes, definitely, I'm real curious about this machine. I'm going to do a screen share for you guys, just showing you a little bit about the machine and let you guys sort of get a good look at that machine as well. So hang on one second and we'll put this up. And again, the Quest, and I might change, let's change that view, guys. That looks a little, let's see if this will help. Nope, that doesn't help. I'm trying to give y'all a better view of the screen. See if that helps. All right, maybe that's a little better. But anyway, the Quest machine goes up to 80 kilohertz. Now, I'm real curious as to why they chose 80 kilohertz. That's a good question. So 80 kilohertz, that's a pretty high frequency. Yes. Yeah, I don't, I mean, I'm just basically just looking at what we're seeing on the internet. I don't have an opinion on the Quest yet either, as far as machines. Yes. Is anybody, what do you think about 80 kilohertz? Yeah, that really has, he said they really have not been super popular. The Wisco Detect said they really have not been super popular in the US, but I know in England they have used it a lot. And I've seen a lot of the Europeans talking about it. So that's what I was curious. The Quest 30 got good reviews from Addictive Peeps. 80 kilohertz. Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that that 80 kilohertz is centered more towards gold nuggets, little small pieces of gold, with that running that high of a frequency. It says it's got a flat, foldable, telescopic shaft on it. Um, it's got a fast automatic noise canceling. It's got a 400 by 240 pixels display. And it has something called an embodied gyro sensor, which I have no idea what that is, but it looks cool, sounds cool. We'll see. And it's 5 meters waterproof ability, which means it's 16 feet, much like the Minelab products. So if we scroll down a little bit, it is powered by a Texas Instrument processor, which I found really interesting. Texas Instruments is actually helping with their processor. Um, it says it has a higher processing speed, transmit frequencies of 5, 10, 15, 20, 40, 60, thanks to its powerful MCU and 80, of course. It has auto noise canceling. The gyro sensor, supposedly, it says it initiates automatic ground balance without a manual button press. It enables automatic power saving mode at 5 seconds for no motion. So they're trying to conserve power. And it improves accuracy by measuring swing speed and angle with motion detection. So there you go. I mean, that's, yeah, the screen does look really good. And I think a lot of people are, again, like Andrew just said, at $799, that's a pretty, I mean, that's a pretty good price point, I think. You're getting this full multi-frequency machine. I really like the screen, which y'all can see the screen here. And again, it says it's really readable in direct and bright sunlight. I know sometimes with my Deus 2, I have a hard time seeing the screen. I know that's even been brought out a little bit about the Manicore as well. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. There's a little bit about the interface. Um, it's got notch. It's got target ID bar. The target ID goes up to 99. It tells you the ground condition, mineralization, saltwater intensity, and correction. So it shows that on there. Again, it goes up to 99. Let's see what else. It has TX power, which is what the Deus used to have, which I actually like TX power. So that'll be interesting. TX power, it has recovery speed, iron volume. on there as well. Dynamic display provides a recent 3 seconds of strength. It has a clock on it, which I don't know why you need a clock, but it has a backlit, and a battery status all on there. So good. Yes, I am live on YouTube, Wendell. Thank you. Hey, BK, glad to have you on board. We're just looking at the new Quest V80, the new multi-frequency machine that's going to be coming out real soon for $799. We're just going through some of the features, some of the things that it has, talking a little bit about the machine right now. So, yeah, we're just sort of going through the Quest V80. You can really fold this thing up small, which you guys can see there. So it's got that telescopic thing. You do have to turn the coil sort of sideways to get it as compact as you want. Let's see what it's saying here. With the 11-inch coil, it's 54 centimeters. With the Blizzard coil, it's 9 centimeters. So it does come with two different coil selections. Yes. So there you go. The Blizzard is the 11 by 10 coil, which you can get for this machine, and that's the Blizzard 11. And then you have the Blizzard 9, which is a 9 by 5 coil, which I like. It says it has Gorilla coil structure. Copper wires are winded on the robust nylon frames to provide better performance during the coil is bumped on hard objects. It's a Turbo D double D coil. There you go. So looks really cool. There's a good picture of it there. I like the way it looks. I mean, if anything, the looks alone make it look pretty cool. 6 to 8 hours, to fully charge it. That's what it's saying here. And it shows you when it's fully charged. Has a lot of ports. It has a backlight. It's got the vibrating handle, which seems to be a common theme going on. It has a waterproof loudspeaker, which I don't know how loud it's going to be in the water, but it does have a waterproof loudspeaker. Carbon fiber rods. You can get carbon fiber or aluminum rods. Armrest. You can get a WRXB receiver, sort of like what they had with the Equinox, I'm assuming, with the WM80 and so on. So, yeah, the handle looks a tad crude. So you have a couple of different options. You can get the V80 bundle, which is the $799 version, and it has the carbon fiber rod, telescopic rod, and you get the 11 by 10 and the 9 by 5 coils with that $799 price point. That's pretty strong. Now you can just get the V80 and just get the 11 by 10 coil. You do get the wireless headphones. Again, iron volume 9 levels. Everything else is the same. 1 through 9 recovery speed, TX power 1 through 5. So again, looks really cool. I mean, I'm real interested in seeing this machine. There's the bundle, sort of walks you through all that, and so on. So yeah, what do you guys? Who makes the Quest? I'm assuming Quest Metal Detectors. Yeah, that's the name of the company, Quest Metal Detectors, and they're using a Texas Instrument processor, which I thought was really cool too. Of course, whether it's made here in the United States or not, I do not know. Yeah, there's a lot of good questions about that. Carl FR says, I'm a little worried about the breakdown points for the shaft, though. Does it have yeah, it has locking cam locks on it. It's what it looks like. I don't think you could hear that speaker underwater. I mean, really? I don't think so. Calabash has even pointed out that would be hard. Hey, Plastic Cat, glad to have you in. Found you. I didn't get a notification. I'm sorry. Hopefully, check your notification button. Yes. So what do you guys think? Are any of y'all interested in looking at the Quest? Do you think it's going to be a machine that you would use? Do you think that it's going to get into competition with these other machines, the Equinox, the Legend, maybe some of these other machines that are out there? I know my feeling on it because I'm an XP fan. I'll admit it, and I'll say that the Deus 2 WS6 module for $799 is a good buy too. So yes, yes. Hey, sharpshooter, glad to have you glad to have you on board. The vibrating handle means you could run the detector silent and still feel hits in the handle. That's true. Yeah, Wisco Detect said, do you think, guys, that if the vibrating shaft, we wouldn't need underwater headphones if we felt it in our hands? That's true too, Wisco. You got a very good point. Good evening, Fox and the Ground Detecting. Glad to have you on board. We're just basically looking at the Quest right now, the V80, and we're going through it. And I appreciate you guys being on board. Andrew Paul says, I already have two XP Deus 2s. Don't need a Quest unless it blows away XP Deus 2, which I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But it is supposed to debut in March, and we'll see how this machine does. I think that, yeah, maybe they'll send one to Sharpshooter. He'll definitely run it through its paces for sure. But I think the Quest it looks like a great machine. And for the price, I mean, that's pretty outstanding. Don't know much more about it than that, just what I'm reading off of the website. But I did want to go over this. I thought some of you guys may be interested in it. Yeah, I want to see one out in the wild too. So I have asked them to send me one. So we'll see if they'll do it. And maybe I can get my hands on one, or Calabash will get his hands on one, or Sharpshooter will get his hands on one, or Iffy. Maybe one of us will be able to get one of those and at least try it out and test it and give you guys some information about it and see what's going on. All right. Finders Keeper said China, I believe. Is it American made? It's got a Texas Instrument processor in it, but I don't think it's made in the USA anymore. Yeah, it has to be good to hang with today's machines. That's true. We've got so many good machines right now. It's unbelievable, the amount of machines. And there's been a lot of people doing depth tests and other things. The thing is with me is that I think all these machines are deep. I don't. There's really not much of a difference, especially if you look at the top three or four machines. Depth is not a problem with any of those machines at all. Andrew says, I hope it's better than the Legend. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, a multi frequency machine at that price point, and you get an extra coil, waterproof. You know, one thing I didn't look at was the weight. Did y'all see the weight on there? Does anybody know? Let's look back and see if they showed the weight. Specs. Frequency, weight. I'm trying to find the weight for you guys. And I do not see the weight on it. Oh, yes, I do. 2.8 pounds is the weight on it. So right along the same amount of weight that the Equinox and all the other machines are at. Right. So the weight is right there. Surfside Dan says his neighbor has a Quest 30 and he says it's made in China. Surfside Dan, I mean, does he like that Quest 30? What does he use it for? Anybody? Surfside Dan? So yeah, the Quest 30, I don't know much about it. I think having a sensation of moving up and down to the ground balance would be pretty cool. Yes. Okay, so Surfside Dan says he does like it, the Quest 30. So I know they're going to have another version of this, which is the V60, which is, I guess, sort of like the 900, 700 for the Equinox. The difference with it is that it has an aluminum shaft instead of a carbon fiber shaft. It does have wireproof headphones. The frequencies only go up to 40 on the V60. So maybe the V60 might be one that some of you want to try if you want to try a new machine. It only has, it doesn't have as many programs on it either. It only has 5 levels of iron volume, which the other ones have 9 levels of iron volume. And it only has two tones, 3 tones, and 5 tones, whereas the other machines, the V80 has 2, 3, 5, and 99. as far as the tones go. So yeah. So again, pretty cool machine. I just thought I would bring it out. We would talk about it for a few minutes. Um, it says it senses your coil control and speed to help you. Yeah, what would Pay Street do with it? I don't know. All right, so Surfside Dan says that he uses that Quest. That guy uses a Quest V30 on the beach. Okay. Yes, technology is only going to get better over time, definitely. And we're there. I mean, we're getting close. We're getting close to a lot of things that I think are going to happen on the horizon. I'm just waiting for them to take a full blown out GPR and sort of combine everything with a screen and with a with the ID and with the tones. I think if you could sort of incorporate all three and make that into a machine, be the perfect machine. And of course, looks like Minelab's headed that way with the Manicore, with the 2D screen. So maybe we're on the horizon of seeing something similar in in that sort of fashion. We'll see. Right. I'll wait to see the reports on it. Right. And again, I just wanted to make some of you guys aware of it if you are looking at another machine and at that price point. That's a really good price point. And we'll see. We'll see how these machines shake out. Maybe again, if you'll get one, maybe Sharpshooter get, maybe I'll get one. Maybe somebody will be able to test it out for us, and we'll see what happens with it. So again, Finders Keeper says, I hope they don't get too good. Nice to still have some goodies in the ground. That's true. That's so true. Yeah, these machines are just getting more and more advanced as we go, and that's an interesting thing I think coming down the pipeline is where we're going with these machines. Depth is outstanding on most of the machines that we have in our hands today. We're seeing that. Target ID has improved dramatically too, so we're getting that. The screen with the Manicore just being released, we're getting that. Yes, they have a full, I think it's about a 14-minute video up on their website or on YouTube that you can go and watch. Maybe you might want to check out the Quest machine. So we will stop our sharing, go back to our screen. Okay, so that brings about that, and we've talked about the new X-Terra Pro, which is coming out, and we've talked about the Quest V80, and some of you guys may be interested in those machines. The Quest 30 is like the F75. Okay, make it work. Thank you. But I wanted to bring those up again. Those are two machines that will be coming out real soon, and we're going to see how competitive those two are going to be in the market, and what's going to happen with those machines. So it'll be interesting. And this time of the day in the metal detecting field, you don't want to be following people with better machines than you. That's true. That is so true. That's why I love having that Deus 2 in my hands because I feel like I've got a really good machine and I got a good chance. The Deus 2 is a great machine. The Manicore is a good machine. The Equinox is a good machine. So I think between all three of those machines, I think you're pretty much you getting your bases covered quite a bit. I'm sure. Yes, you got to be able to keep up. Definitely, definitely. Yeah, you're almost forced to. I know. And these machines, the prices of them though, just sort of, gotten out of hand a little bit. So, maybe gravitating to a machine like this Quest. And of course, Calabash don't like to mention the Legend as much, but the Legend, the Simplex, the Vanquish, all of those machines, they're really good machines. They really are. And so you still can do really well with those machines. You're not out of the game if you have any of those machines, to be honest with you. And especially with depth, I think all those machines are fairly deep from what I've seen. Yeah, either have the best equipment possible or be one heck of a researcher. That's so true. That's so true. And I'm going to show you guys a clip in a few minutes. Make it work. Don't know the frequency on the Quest 30. I don't know either. Like I said, I just wanted to bring out that V80 because it just looks really cool and I'm really interested in it. So it'll be cool to see what happens. remember, or for me, I love saving history, and I think that's why we're all here and we are all friends and detectors. Yeah, Wisco, that's definitely true. So let's look at. I've got a real short video clip, and hopefully the audio will play. I had a little problem with the audio last time, but hopefully the audio will play. And I'm going to show y'all the. I'm going to show y'all the quick. I sort of have edited it a little bit. I'm going to show y'all the real quick version of that X-Terra Pro. If you haven't seen it yet, it doesn't have any sound, so disregard the audio thing. It's just the video part of it. But I'm gonna pull that up real quick and let you guys see what they showed on this video. So bear with me 1 second, and we are going to pull that video up and let you guys see that video, which I've got right here. And we're going to put that up right now. So take a look at the X-Terra Pro. And again, there it is, the X-Terra Pro. And it says 5, 10, and 15. The shaft looks, not necessarily that robust. I don't know if it's made out of plastic or aluminum, probably aluminum. Beach, park, and field, which you see there. 1, 2, 5, and then all tones are the different types of tone settings. You see the guy going through the menus here. You see him going through the different frequencies, which he's showing there. The different programs. I think he's in park at this point. He's showing some of the other ones. Beach and field are on there now. Showing you the sensitivity went up to 25. So yeah, you can see all of that. Have all of you seen this video? Some of you may not have, so that's why I wanted to put it up and at least show you that video. But there it is in 5 kilohertz. The backlit screen is bright orange. He's showing you can notch that. You can notch with it and set it up and notch out targets that you don't want. It does have a gold. Looks like that was gold. And he's going again through the programs and through the different settings. And there you go. Yeah, you want a red screen on your XP? That would be pretty cool. But I didn't know if you guys had seen this, so I wanted to pull it up and at least show y'all this. And there it goes again. It goes all the way up to 99. It's got the backlight. It's got the vibrating handle. And that's it. So, what do you guys think? What do y'all think about the X-Terra? Looks good, though. I think it does. Yeah, you want a red screen. Love that red screen. Yeah, maybe XP will come out with a red screen. Who knows? But yeah, the red screen looks pretty cool. So there's another thing that I wanted to talk about tonight, other than the new detectors, which, yeah, the coil style looks really cool too. Carl FR, appreciate it. No, I have not seen a release date. Maybe somebody else has seen something. If you have, you can pass it along. If it's $300, it'll be a great deal. I agree with Finders Keepers. $300, probably a pretty good machine for $300. I know it's going to be deep. I mean, because it looks like it's based off of it's got a lot of the Equinox DNA in it. So it's probably going to be a pretty deep machine. I have not heard a release date. So, again, Finders Keeper says, Bell, congrats. I missed your comment, Bell. So whatever it was, congratulations. So anyway, that was the X-Terra. And there was something else I wanted to talk about tonight too. Yes, it will definitely compete with the Simplex. So some of you may have seen Calabash has put up a couple of videos today. And if you haven't seen them, you might want to go check those videos out. They're about testing and doing depth tests and comparisons and so on. So if you haven't checked his video out, it's probably one of the most informative videos that I have seen in a while. And he really goes through and explains the testing process of doing these comparison videos, how to do depth testing videos, and so on. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But I'm going to give you a quick snippet of one of his videos from today that you guys can check out. So bear with me, and we're going to flip over there, and we're going to hear from Calabash today, and we'll talk a little bit about it after we get done. The videos were good, Carl Fr. Oh, thank you, appreciate it. So let's check out my boy Calabash, and we're gonna put him up on the screen starting now. Some of you may have seen this already. Anyway, these are the things that Calabash says that you should ask after you watch a testing video, and make sure that these things are being done. So here's Calabash.
All right, folks, do not watch another metal detecting comparison video until you ask these 5 questions. On the test, what is the conductivity of the target that you're using? What programs are you using on each detector and why? What filters are implemented on each detector and why? What recovery speed are you using on each detector and why? What sensitivity are you running and why? We will examine this again in another video, and we will look at settings and how detectors can be manipulated or misconstrued performance-wise with different settings. But you need to ask these 5 questions before you watch another metal detecting comparison video. Don't watch another one without asking these questions first.
So there you go. You heard from Calabash, even though he's not on here. He's actually at work tonight, but he brings up a really, really interesting point, and that is, when we watch someone compare or test a metal detector, you know, how much are we actually seeing, and how much is manipulated in some cases too. And I know you guys, I don't really do yeah, I don't really do a lot of testing, and there's a reason for that, because number one, I don't have enough time to test like Calabash does. But he brought up a lot of good interesting points, that we watch some of the YouTubers that are out there, and they put up these videos, and and I'm sure that they have good intentions at heart in most cases. But before they do some of these things, Calabash says, look, you need to ask these 5 things from that comparison or from that test. And he made a longer video too that you guys need to watch as well. And I think you will understand it takes a lot to test or do these comparison tests and do these depth tests and separation tests. And he knows all of those machines, and he knows them really, really well. And which is why I don't do it, because I don't have the time, I don't have the knowledge that Calabash has. So again, I let him do the testing. But yeah, hey, Detective Mo, glad to have you in. So if you haven't seen his video, check out his channel. I think you'll be really impressed with what you see. And again, he's exactly right. If they're not showing you those 5 things, then you need to ask them why they're not showing you those 5 things, and ask them those 5 things, and see if they can give you the answers for those things. And if they can, then that's great. But if they can't answer those questions, then that video is probably not the video you want to be watching, unfortunately. So, right, no hoodoo voodoo. That's right. So I had to show him, because I told him I was going to feature that video, and give you guys sort of a taste. But go check out his video if you haven't already. And I think you'll find it to be really, really interesting. So from this weekend, some of you were able to get out and maybe do a hunt. Anybody want to share some of their finds from this weekend if you were able to get out? So Scrap Iron says, so what's Garrett going to do with White's technology? Yeah, they did. Don't know. Don't know. Anybody get out and hunt this weekend? So that's the question right now. And tell us what you found. Share your finds. So let's see what kind of finds we got from this past weekend. And I got a chance to go out and hunt. So I'm going to show you guys a video in just a second. So Andrew says, I need a metal detector that can discriminate the first 2 inches of ground, need the deep stuff. Yeah, definitely. The deep stuff's there, but not everything's extremely deep. Probably one of the best finds I've had was a find that really wasn't that deep, and it was a Spanish half real that was only 2 inches deep, which was really weird. Surfside Dan said he wasn't out; it was too cold. Um, he found about 4 inches of snow. Well, we needed to thaw out for you, Charlie, so you can get out there. Aaron Solomon, nope, it's frozen ground up here in Northwest Illinois. Well, I hope that ground will get unfrozen for you guys. Finders Keepers said he just popped a seeded dime about 2 hours ago, 53 George Washington quarter. Very good. And a 26 Merc was cherry picking today. Great Finders Keepers. That's an awesome day for sure. Joe Albano, King George III coin, also 3 Indians. Okay, very good. And Wisco Tech says he has nothing until spring. Andrew Paul said that he got musket balls and got part of a shoe buckle, flat buttons, 1887 IHP. That's really good, Andrew. I'd take that for sure. Definitely. Yeah, all those are great finds for sure. So I'm going to show y'all a. I know I'm using my southern word, y'all, but I'm going to show you guys a video of the place where I was hunting yesterday, and I get to go back tomorrow. So I'm really, really, really excited about it. But I want y'all to watch this little video clip. This is going to be from my much longer video, which I should have up tomorrow or Tuesday. But I wanted you guys to see it just so you can get an idea about where I was. And I think you're really going to be impressed with this place. So I'm going to show it to you real quick. And we're going to flip over to that. And here it comes. And let's watch this video. I think you guys will like it.
Okay, guys, we're out on a great spot today. We're out metal detecting. We have got a excellent spot that we're looking at today. This dates all the way back to the 1700s. I'm going to show you this spot. You're going to be amazed at some of the things you're going to see, but really, really cool. If you look out over here, you see it's got a row of magnolia trees stretching all the way down this road leading to the old plantation site. And this is a beautiful site. So there you go. But we're getting ready to hit up this plantation site, and we're going to see what we can find, and you guys get to come along. So stay tuned, and we'll be back on the first find.
What do you think, guys? You think I found anything on that site? Yes. And what's so funny is I had walked, yeah, I walked away from that site about 4 years ago. Now it wasn't that exact spot, but it's the same area. And I walked away from it and had hunted the piece of property that I was allowed to hunt. And lo and behold, when I came back, the guy said, "Well, hey, I bought a couple of more acres of land," and come to find out, it was where the main plantation house was. So I was real excited, and I get to go back tomorrow, and so I'm real excited about that because there's going to be something killer that's going to come out of there. And I did find some great stuff the other day when I went as well. So I can't wait to share it with everyone and show you guys those finds. So definitely check out the YouTube channel and give it a look because yeah, I know I was just astonished when it, and the guy said, "Sure, come on back, you can go hunt," and I'm going like, "Great, you know." Um, yeah, Detector Mo, you can come down anytime you want. You just give me a holler. We'll definitely go and try to hit up some places. But yeah, this site's going to be nice. Yes, it's 400 acres. Yeah, 400-acre site that I'm going to get to cover. So, yeah, I'm excited about it for sure. No, the plantation house is not still there. Nope. But I found it interesting that it had magnolia trees that lined all the way to the plantation house. I don't think I might have seen that maybe Alabama, Mississippi. I've never seen one in South Carolina that had magnolia trees lining it. So it's pretty interesting. Yeah, Finders Keepers said, I need all of you there. Yeah, I'm excited about it. So, but yeah, I'm going to be going back there tomorrow and we're going to put the XP Deus 2 to work and see what we can find. And hopefully there's going to be a lot of cool stuff that comes out of there. I get to hunt it for a little while, but of course turkey season's getting ready to happen down here. And once that happens, then it'll sort of be off limits. Plus, it gets warm too. And this place is probably not going to be too good of a place to be in with snakes and bugs and poison oak and poison ivy and that kind of stuff. Right, I'm due to find a South Carolina Red War button detector mode. Yeah, me and you both. I'm due for a South Carolina Revolutionary War button for sure. And Charlie Tucker says I need the hands-on course. Yeah, Charlie, you have to come down and give me a thing. You'll crush it. I can't wait to see what you find. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate that. So yeah, I'm excited about it, and hopefully it's going to bring some really good stuff. It does date back to the 1700s, and we're going to see what's happening. Wisco Detect says, "Hey guys, real quick hit. Yes, please hit that like button for me. I appreciate it. Just wanted to, like I said, get online with you guys and share a few things. And I'm adding some new features. You guys can tell me, did y'all like me putting the videos in? Were they too small? Were they okay? Or do I need to change the way those videos are being shown? I tried something a little different today with my software program. So yeah, I'm trying to make it look a little better as far as what I'm doing. So um, very, I appreciate any feedback, especially. Yes, hit that like button, guys. I greatly appreciate it. We've been running right around 45 to 50 people in here, which is great. Blaine and Logan, political pin, 1893's dime, 1901. Great. Green Mountain, glad to have you on board, buddy. Can't wait to see you real soon. So hopefully that'll be coming up in the next few weeks. Fox in the Ground, detecting you liked it. Okay, good. And I did the screen share tonight, and I know that was probably looked a little bit small on my screen, but I don't know how it looked on your end. But I was trying to share some of that information from grabbing from a screen share. So hopefully that was good too. Um, yes, hit that like button. I've also got a couple of things too that I wanted to put up here. So again, let's see. I'm gonna show you guys. Got one more. I thought I had one more video I wanted to share with you guys. Oh yeah. Oh, I wanted to show y'all this. This was from my find the other night. So let's take a look at that too. I think you guys will appreciate this. So this is from an 1820s house that I went to on Thursday night, and it was getting really dark, and I wasn't able to. My GoPro couldn't pick up anything, so I sort of had to do this with my phone. So I apologize for the video, but check out this find. This find was a really cool find, and it's the first that I've ever found like this. So check out this find. This is the old 1820s house where I'm digging at. It's getting dark, and I just dug this Union Naval button off of this site. I just pulled that Union Naval button out of this hole. All right, guys, it got dark on me, and I was digging at this old house. It dates back to 1820s, but I dug this out of the ground, and I believe it is a Union Naval button. I'm not totally sure, but I believe that's what it is. And the back's in rough shape, but the front of it looks unbelievable. So again, I just dug this. It's an 1820s house, and the Union Navy was in this area, so there's a very strong possibility that's what this is. But I do not have one of these in my collection, so really excited to finally dig one of these. Here we go. We just dug an 1800s U.S. naval button. There you go. So that was from my last hunt that I went on. 1820s house and that Union Naval button. Yeah, I loved it. I could not believe it. And the owner was there with me when I dug it, and he was just astonished because he had actually metal detected over that same spot. And I ended up digging two buttons, a colonial buckle, and a thimble, and then that button, or yeah, and then that button. So yeah, it was really cool. Is that no? It is not. It's not the one that Calabash hunts all the time. So no. So, but yeah, I couldn't believe it, and he was astonished too. So yeah, that Union naval button. I don't have one of those. I do have a naval button from the 1840s, but never one that dates Civil War period. So Blasted Cat said he got sinker's chain and some bottles back to 1905. Not the best hunt. Hey, but you were out there and you were finding stuff. I'd take some of that. The bottle. I like bottles, which you can see behind me. I love old bottles. So yes. Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate it. Thank you, Detector Mo. I appreciate that too. Oh, so you were water hunting, Blasted Cat. Yes. Yeah. Scrap iron. So what are you talking about? Look, if you have any no clue, you deserve repercussions from the man who stopped beings. Most of us can see through it. Constructing only makes products better. That's true, right? And there's a lot of information that's being put out there. And again, I don't do any testing. I don't claim to be a tester. I just, I use the machines and that's all I do. So, yeah, I don't do any testing. Detector Mo, I have not been out for about 2 weeks between work and the weather. Hopefully, I will get out one day this week. Okay, cool. Very good. Detector Mo said he found a few pewter spoons, handles, and a nice dandy flat button today. I love finding those old spoons. Definitely, for sure. So, yeah, I appreciate it. Okay. So, does anybody want to? Anything else you guys want to talk about? Otherwise, I'm getting ready to jump off here. It's almost been an hour. So, yeah, Detector Mo finds some really good stuff, and Detector Mo's not far from me as well, for sure. So, Detector Mo is up in North Carolina. I'm in South Carolina. But yeah, I got a busy day tomorrow, going back to that plantation site. So I'm looking forward to that. And hunting and seeing what else I can find. Some of you may have tomorrow off. Some of you may be going out and going for a hunt. Hope so. Yeah, for sure. So again, um, it's I've been on here for almost an hour. I just wanted to talk a little bit about those machines. Those are new machines that are coming out. So we should see those machines coming real soon. Some of you guys can check those machines out. And hopefully you're going to get out and do some hunting. Maybe tomorrow, maybe next weekend, and get out there. Yeah, thank you so much, Todd. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting out. Yeah. I want to hear what you find while I'm at the four-letter word. I know. I know what the four-letter word is too. Yeah, no problem. I just wanted to go through some of those things, get a live in, talk to you guys. Most everybody that's on here is super, super smart. And I love hearing from you guys and hearing what y'all have to say and hearing about your finds and hearing about your adventures as well. Um, well, my go-to machine, I mean, I'm totally honest. I mean, I use the XP Deus too. I mean, to me, it's the best machine for me. And that's the machine I use, and I love it. Love it. Thank you, Bells. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yes, and Detector Mode uses an XP Deus too. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. Just wanted to get on here and pass along um, some of this information that we've seen up on YouTube and some of the other places. But yes, thank you, Carl FR. Appreciate it so much. So I appreciate you guys. And again, check out my video. It should be coming up. If it's not up tomorrow, it'll be up the next day of that hunt. So yeah, we'll have some more content coming. I am going to be able to go back to that place a few times. So hopefully I can get y'all some more video content. And check out Calabash's video too if you haven't seen it yet. Real good questions about what you should be asking when someone is doing a testing or comparison video. And check that out. I think it's very informative. If anything, it'll open your eyes. It did for me, and I mean, I talk to Calabash all the time. So, Detector Mo says he has a video coming out tomorrow morning. Check out Detector Mo. Um, And again, I hope you guys have a great and wonderful night. Hit that like button if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate it. Yes, sharpshooter. Nighty night to you too, buddy. Good night, Wisco to Tech. Thank you for being a moderator tonight. I appreciate it. And again, can you dig it? Appreciate it. Thanks for the thumbs up. Hit that like button before you leave. I would appreciate that. It gets that algorithm going for me. And that's awesome. Charlie Tucker, fist bump. Got you, buddy. Thank you. Y'all have a great night, and we will see you guys really soon. Take care.